there, do you have an evergreen funnel that you're trying to improve, figure out what's not working for a course you're selling or a membership or maybe a coaching offer? Or you're a service provider, you're an online business manager, a director of operations, a VA, and you're trying to help your client figure this out? Well, I want to walk you through the best way to figure out what's working in your funnel and what needs improvement. So my name is Carolyn O'Brien, and I help people in the online business space use data to improve their business. So if you missed my last video, go back because I talked through how to set up your Google Sheet in order to track your funnel metrics. But now we're going to go through the dashboard. So one of the reasons I love Google Sheets so much is that it connects to Looker Studio so easily. Looker Studio is an awesome free software that Google provides, and you can build a ton of custom dashboards in any which way to figure out how your funnel is performing. So this is a funnel tracking dashboard, and I'm going to walk you through how I set this up to help guide your strategic decision making when it comes to your evergreen funnel. So up at the top, we have quarterly numbers. So how many sales happened for this quarter, how many dollar amount of sales, the overall average conversion rate for the quarter, the total ad spend, and the average cost per lead using that ad spend. And so this time frame can be adjusted. Maybe you wanted to have this on an annual basis or just for the month. That's totally fine. I chose to do a quarter, but you can always adjust this date range to something else, right? I have it set to this quarter to date. You could do last month, last quarter, last year, this year to date, etc. Then we have the weekly stats. So what's the weekly revenue? Weekly sales, again, the difference between sales and revenue is cash collected, and then sales includes any future payment plans that will come in. The pay in full percent and that webinar watch rate. And then we're going to break it down a little bit more, right? So what is that customer journey of someone who's opting in for this funnel and then hopefully purchasing? So page views, opt-ins, then we had that page conversion rate, number of sales, that sales conversion rate, and upsell conversion rate. So you can easily see my page is converting high at 43%. Then 6% of people are buying. That's still pretty good for an evergreen funnel, but 10% for the upsell. So if that kind of continues, maybe that's an area I want to focus on. The other thing is, if you see these little red and green numbers underneath the big number, that's the week over week change. So compared to the week prior, are the numbers improving or getting worse, right? So our page views last week was 367. That went up from the prior week by almost 65%. So that's good. We're getting more traffic to the opt-in page, right? So that's a good sign. But the page conversion rate dropped week over week. So it dropped by 34%. So did something happen on that page? Was a change made? Do you need to go adjust it? Is the new audience not liking that page for whatever reason? So again, that's how you would start to pinpoint what needs to be adjusted. And then the other thing is I always like to include the weekly numbers step by step, but then over time, you need to see what the trends are, right? So how is my opt-in page performing? And then you can see, right, it was pretty consistent for a couple weeks, but then this big drop off as we went from January into February. So that tells me that something on the page is not working anymore, or maybe there was a change that was made and that change isn't working. So again, that's something that you would be able to see really easily in this visual format that you may not be able to see looking at a spreadsheet only. And on here we have page views and opt-ins and then that page conversion rate. And then how many sales are coming in each week, right? So we're seeing our number of sales and upsell sales, but then also the sales conversion rate and the upsell conversion rate. So we can see trends over time, because metrics are great looking at a specific week or day or month, but you also want to see the trends, because that's how you're going to be able to say what I'm doing is working or what I'm doing is not working. And then the last part of this dashboard that I always like to include is a notes or changes tracked. And so this is being pulled in from your sheet, but again, you can say updated webinar watch page colors, right? That's just an example here. Did that have a positive or negative effect on how that funnel was performing? Or maybe no change at all, right? But if you don't have that, then it's hard to remember what changes you made and were the numbers impacted at all. So this is a great kind of initial dashboard when it comes to tracking your funnel. And if you want to start using this right now and not worry about building out yourself, check the link below, because I offer this as a template with this Google Sheet called the Funnel Flow Dashboard. And you can plug your numbers in and get this set up and running just in a couple of minutes. So you can visually see and track how your funnel is performing, start to make strategic decisions, and better understand what to do next in your business.